Hello, friends and families. I'm Leah with Detroit Children's Theater, and today is a great day to use our imaginations. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. When you read a book, or watch a TV show, or watch a movie, what is something that all of those have in common? You're right! They tell a story. Now, if you're anything like me, you love to tell stories or even write stories. But the problem I always have is getting started. So today I'm going to teach you about a game called Roll a Story. Roll a Story. Now, I have a die here. If I had more than one, it'd be dice, but I've got one. It's a die. And it has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what we'll do is we will choose 6 characters, 6 problems, and 6 settings. We will correspond them to each of these numbers. If you don't have a die, that's okay. You can just write the numbers on a piece of paper, little one, put it in a hat or in a bowl and choose them out. So we'll have to roll our die 3 times to get our 3 answers of a character, a problem, and a setting. And I'll show you how to do that in just a minute, because first we need to brainstorm. Now, before we go any further into rolling our story, we have to decide on 3 things. We need our character, we need our problem, and we need our setting. Now, I'm going to tell you about a thing called brainstorming. This is where you want to write down as many characters as you can think of, as many problems as you can think of, as many settings as you can think of. And then all we have to do is cross off the ones we don't like. So what's the first thing that comes to your head when you think about a character? Okay, a mom, a cat, oh, a gardener, good one, teacher, sure, plumber, okay, oh, a duck, that's a fun character. So we've got 6 of them here. Now, we have all of these characters, but nothing that describes them. So what we want to use is called an adjective. An adjective is a word that is used to describe something. So, what about, I don't know, funny? That's a good one. Sneaky, okay. Grumpy, sure. So you would keep going like this, and you would discover all kinds of adjectives, all kinds of characters, and then we'll come up with a few problems that can help you get your creative juices flowing. Maybe a problem that you have sometimes. Okay, you can't find your pants. That's a silly one. Can't find your pants. What's another one? Oh, gets caught in a storm. Has that happened to you before? Gets caught in a storm. Okay, one more before we move on. Oh, my goodness. Ruins a cake. Gee willikers. Ruins a cake. So you see how this storm of ideas is coming out of our brains. Now, just give me a few settings so I can write something down for you. Ooh, in the desert. Cool, in the desert. 2 more. Bedroom, sure, that is a setting. And one more. Ooh, at the bottom of the sea. Those are all great ideas. So you use your brain to storm all of these ideas: adjectives, characters, problems, settings. So after I did my brainstorm, I ended up with this. I printed out a grid. This is a grid. So I had spaces to fill in all of my choices, and I drew the sides of the die. You see, 5, 5. Now in this column, I have my characters. I have a happy alien, a giant dog, an angry ghost, a clever detective, a brave fireman, and a kind farmer. For my problems, I have loses their little brother, gets stuck in a fire, turns into a bird, eats a poison apple, finds a flying bus, and is chased by bees. And here I have all of my settings: on the moon, in a forest, at a school, in a castle, at the beach, at the store. So now we can roll our story. 1, a happy alien. Okay, so we'll write that down. A happy alien. Let's see what happens with this happy alien. So we'll roll again. 6. Now we have to look at our problem. 6, go down. Is chased by bees. A happy alien is chased by bees. Now we have to find out where this happens. A happy alien is chased by bees. 3. At a school. Oh my goodness. A happy alien is chased by bees at a school. Now, you could have chosen the same things that I did to put on your sheet, or you could have made your own completely, your own characters, your own problems, your own settings. And as we go forward and I start to write this story with you, you can tell the same story, or maybe you want to change something yourself. Now that we rolled our story, a happy alien is chased by bees in a school, we have to ask ourselves a very important question. And that question is how? This will help us figure out our plot. Our plot is what happens in the story. So first, let's ask ourselves, how? How did the alien get to Earth? A spaceship, great. A UFO, yeah. Oh, he was in a lab. Very interesting. Okay, so maybe we can think about how the bees got to the school. Yeah, okay, so maybe the bees were there all along? Okay. Oh, because the school is near a meadow. Nice. Oh, the school has an apiary? Who taught you that word? That is so smart. For those of you who don't know, an apiary is like, it's like a hive that people make for bees so that they can then harvest the honey. So it's a home for bees that humans made. Great. Ooh, yeah, that is a good question. How did the bees end up chasing the alien? Well, what do bees like? Yup. Flowers, sweet things. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, yeah, he could have made them mad. I hope not, though. So maybe the alien smells sweet to the bees. Yeah, okay. So the school has an apiary. And the alien, why does he want to go to the school? Oh, okay, he wants to meet the kids. That's a great idea. All right, so we'll get going on this story. And before we go to the next section, let's decide together what our title should be. Oh, that's a good one. Because what sound do bees make? Bzzz. Yeah. So the buzz about the alien. Great. You guys are so creative. I love all of your ideas. The buzz about the alien. All right, let's get going. All right, so I started with my title page here. The Buzz About the Alien by Leah. And there's my bee, there's my alien. And all I did was I took just regular old sheets of paper and folded them in half to make myself a book. Okay. One day, a happy little alien landed his UFO in a forest. He'd studied humans for a long time and knew that they might be afraid of him because he looked different from them. According to his research, humans are happy when someone brings them chocolate and flowers. So he collected all the flowers he could, covered himself in chocolate sauce, and rolled around in the petals until he was covered from antenna to toe. So here I've drawn my alien, and I've put flowers all over him, and this is all the chocolate sauce. He heard laughing in the distance and followed the sounds until he came upon a school. Aha, he thought, some humans to meet. He waddled up to the school, but there was a big problem for our alien friend. The school had an apiary for the students to learn all about bees. And as we know, bees love pollen from flowers and all things sugary. As far as they were concerned, the alien was the tastiest thing they'd ever smelled. So here I have my school in the distance, and I put my beehive here with my little bees around it. And here is my alien all covered in chocolate and flowers. Suddenly, the alien was swarmed with the bees looking for a snack to take back to the hive. Confused and panicked, the alien ran into the school with hundreds of bees in pursuit. Pursuit means following. The children and teachers came out of their classrooms only to see a little green creature dripping in chocolate and flowers with a swarm of bees hot on his tail. So here you can see I have my alien running down the hall with the bees and some teachers and students in their doorways being very, very confused. The children thought quickly and opened wide the doors to their courtyard garden. They called to the alien, who followed their voices outdoors, and the bees followed the sticky alien. "Don't move," cried the children. "Stay still." And they gently rinsed the chocolate and flowers off the alien with the garden hose. You see? The teachers are still kind of confused. And the bees started buzzing off to find something else to eat. There they are, buzzing off.
Greetings, tiny humans,
exclaimed the grateful alien.
I brought flowers and chocolate so you would not be afraid of me.
The children laughed and crowded around the alien as he told stories of stars and galaxies. When the school bell rang, they all said goodbye, and the alien promised he'd visit another day. And this time, he'll leave the chocolate in the spaceship. The end. There he goes. Bye. There are our teachers, our schoolhouse, and our children, and our bees. Thanks for helping me write this story. I can't wait to hear about the stories that you wrote. You can always like our video, hit the bell for notifications, visit our website, which is DetroitChildren'sTheater.org, or if you would like to send us some pictures or some videos of your stories, email us. It's contact@DetroitChildren'sTheater.org. And we'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.